So what are you most excited for about elections this year?
I think participating because the prior 2 years have been like, oh, this is really cool, but what does it all mean? And now that you get to actually have a say, it's kind of important.
Alright, so what are you guys most excited about for elections?
Definitely the debate. Yeah, I can't wait for the debates and just hearing how all of their things come together and how they counteract each other.
I think the debates are just going to be kind of like, that's what it kind of involves the shock value of these elections. And as great as the debates are, I really like to look at the policy. And because when you go to debates, that's when everybody starts to argue. And quite frankly, I guess I am a competitive person, but I don't like watching other people compete because it's just annoying. Are you excited for the debates?
Yes, I'm very excited.
Well, I think that the parties this year are very interesting, and like I'm a junior now, so I'm really excited about voting and finally like participating in this. And freshman and sophomore year, I've been watching the parties with much interest.
Alright, so what are you most looking forward to about the elections?
I'm reading the platforms right now. I really want to see everybody's like debate areas, and I love hearing them speak too. So the debates, I guess.
So are there any parties that you guys are already rooting for, or?
For me, yeah, for me it's between Frontier and Pop, but I'm definitely leaning towards Pop.
Is there any particular party that you're rooting for?
Yes, Frontier, because they have zero flaws. In my opinion, they have zero flaws.
Alright.
So, I sort of have looked at your platform and not really in detail, but I found 3 logic errors. Logic errors are a really bad thing to have on your platform. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Pops is the most concerning because I feel like they're just coming up with money out of nowhere. But like Party Frontier has the most thorough platform, but that's because they have the most amount of kids in their class, and they cover like a really wide variety of topics. I like ACT a lot because they have a lot of actual ideals that are similar to mine today, and what's in their platform is a lot of the things I would really like to see in my own government in reality. I'll probably vote between those 2 parties, Frontier and ACT.
And then ACT? I don't really know. I think marijuana and prostitution is cool and all that, but like I don't like the way that they're handling it, and I also think alcohol is pretty cool, but I don't like the way that they're handling that either, because they're like, we're gonna lower the age to 14 so that way we can reduce binge drinking, and like, wouldn't that just make 14-year-olds binge drink too?
As a junior, what are you most excited about for the upcoming election?
Well, actually, mostly I'm excited to see if any of the significant stances have changed since last year. Like, I remember watching the debates and thinking about them, and I'm just curious as to whether or not the policies have changed.
So do you have any pre-debate favorites?
I'm thinking Knight right now because I was thinking Frontier, but then I analyzed their platform last night and I kind of just detested it.
Is there anything in debates that you think will determine your vote?
Probably mostly social issues like civil unions versus gay marriage, or abortion, or assisted suicide, I think.
At this point, the election is really set between Frontier and Pop, because Pop has the best propaganda, and they're the most catchy, but whenever they talk.
So I really like Frontier's taxing of corporations because they talk about taxing corporations not because they have a lot of money, because all the other parties are like, let's tax because they have a lot of money, which is not the reason why you should tax someone. They tax them so that they don't outsource, and because they don't outsource, it's really good. It brings jobs to Americans, and they tax them so that they bring jobs to America, which is a really good thing. Anyway, okay, I'm done.
And then so far, I thought Knight was kind of cool, except for the euthanasia thing, because I was all like, how are they legalizing abortion but not euthanasia on the argument that, like, a person has the right over their own body? Because, I mean, that's what euthanasia is. It's just assisted suicide. Like, they're like, hey, I'm in lots of pain, so hey, doctors. And they get a panel of doctors, and then the doctors verify they're in a lot of pain and they just can't live anymore, right? And then, like, they go to psychiatrists, too, to make sure they're not, like, off the kilter or something like that. And, like, they notify the family and everything, and I don't get why Knight is making that illegal.
Anything else you want to say about election?
Nah, not really. Vote Frontier.
Yeah.